Before a general commands an army, he commands himself. That is where power begins. Not in the room, not in the crowd, not in the enemy, inside the mind. Most men lose before anything happens because their thoughts turn against them first. One insult enters and anger takes command. One setback appears and fear writes the move. One betrayal cuts deep and emotion drags them into a battle they never chose. Machiavelli understood this truth. The man who cannot govern his reactions will be governed by someone else. Your enemies do not need to defeat you if they can provoke you. They do not need to control your future if they can control your mood. That is why your mind must become a command center, not a battlefield of panic. You must learn to separate feeling from decision. You can feel anger without obeying it. You can feel fear without retreating. You can feel pressure without revealing weakness. A general does not move because the enemy wants movement. He moves because the moment is right. From this point forward, stop asking what you feel like doing. Ask what gives you the strongest position. Stop reacting to noise. Stop explaining every silence. Stop showing every wound. Watch first. Think second. Move last. The world respects the man who cannot be rushed, read, or emotionally hijacked. Train your mind until chaos enters the room and finds no doorway into you, because the first victory is never over others. It is over yourself. Number 1. See the entire board. Most men look at life from the ground, trapped inside the emotion of the moment. A general looks from above. He sees the entire board. He does not ask only, what is happening? He asks, why is it happening? Who benefits? What comes next? And what is being hidden? Stop staring at the move in front of you. Study the pattern behind it. When someone suddenly becomes friendly, do not be flattered. Observe the timing. When someone challenges you publicly, do not rush to defend yourself. Study the audience. When an opportunity appears too easily, examine the cost that has not yet been mentioned. Clear thinking begins when you stop accepting appearances as truth. People rarely show you their full intention. They show you the version most likely to influence your behavior. Words are camouflage. Emotions are leverage. Silence is strategy. Notice what changes when you enter a room, what people avoid saying, who watches whom, and where the pressure is coming from. But do not become paranoid. Paranoia sees enemies everywhere. Strategy sees incentives. Understand what people want, what they fear losing, and what image they are trying to protect. That will tell you more than promises. Machiavellian intelligence is not about distrusting everyone. It is about refusing to be mentally lazy. Think in consequences. Every action creates a reaction. Every reaction creates a new position. Before you speak, imagine where your words will travel. Before you commit, calculate what you cannot undo. Before you confront, decide whether exposure helps you or only warns the person hiding against you. The weaker mind searches for quick answers. The stronger mind collects signals. It waits until the fog clears. It does not move because pressure demands speed. It moves when understanding becomes sharper than emotion. From now on, do not live like a piece being pushed across the board. Rise above it. See the hands moving the pieces. See the traps, alliances, distractions, and exits. Once you can see the whole board, fewer people can surprise you, fewer situations can confuse you, and almost no one can control your next move. Number 2. Emotion is intelligence for the enemy. Your emotions are powerful, but they are not always loyal. Anger tells you to strike before you understand. Fear tells you to retreat before the danger is measured. Insecurity tells you to prove yourself to people who were never qualified to judge you. And desperation makes you reveal exactly what others can use against you. This is why emotional control is not softness. It is strategic protection. The moment someone learns what provokes you, they learn where to place pressure. If disrespect makes you explode, disrespect becomes the weapon. If silence makes you anxious, silence becomes the trap. If rejection makes you chase, rejection becomes the leash. A dangerous mind notices the feeling without surrendering command. You do not deny anger. You interrogate it. What caused it? What does it want you to do? Who benefits if you act now? You do not suppress fear, you study it. Is it warning you or merely reminding you of an old wound? Most people are predictable because their emotions repeat the same pattern. They are easy to provoke, easy to flatter, easy to frighten, and easy to manipulate. You must become harder to read. Let others wonder whether their insult reached you. Let them question whether their pressure changed your decision. Never give access to your inner state. A general does not broadcast panic to the army. He absorbs chaos, organizes it, and gives direction. That is your task. Feel everything, but reveal only what serves the mission. Keep your face calm when the room expects fear. Keep your voice steady when others become loud. Keep your hands still when your ego wants movement. Do not defend yourself because someone misunderstood you. Sometimes confusion protects your strategy better than explanation could. Let impatient people expose themselves while you remain disciplined enough to collect information before choosing your response. The goal is not to become emotionless. The goal is to stop being emotionally owned. Because once you can choose your response, people lose the ability to choose it for you. And when no one can force your reaction, no one can control your position. Number 3, think clearly under pressure. Pressure does not create weakness. It exposes what was already undisciplined. When the situation turns against you, when betrayal arrives without warning, when everyone demands an immediate answer, that is when your true level of control becomes visible. Weak men become louder under pressure. Strategic men become quieter. They do not confuse urgency with importance. They do not allow another person's panic to set the speed of their decisions. A general understands that chaos is often designed to force mistakes. People rush you because they fear what you may discover if you are given time. They provoke you because an emotional response is easier to defeat than a calculated one. They overwhelm you with accusations, deadlines, and uncertainty so that you react before you understand the battlefield. Refuse. When pressure rises, slow your mind down. Separate facts from assumptions. Ask what you truly know, what you merely suspect, and what someone wants you to believe. Do not build decisions on incomplete information. Do not let one painful moment convince you that the entire future is lost. Step back, breathe, observe. Silence the emotional noise long enough to hear what the situation is actually telling you. Sometimes the strongest move is immediate action. Sometimes it is waiting. The difference can only be seen by a calm mind. Never make permanent decisions while trapped inside temporary anger. Never send the message your wounded ego wrote. Never reveal your desperation to someone who may profit from it. Under pressure, control your voice first. A steady voice forces others to lower theirs. Control your body next. Stillness communicates that you are not easily shaken. Then control your focus. Ignore the insults, distractions, and dramatic performances. Identify the real threat, the real objective, and the next necessary move. You do not need to solve everything at once. A general wins by securing one position, then the next. Let others waste themselves reacting to every disturbance while you conserve attention for what matters. The mind that remains clear during disorder gains an advantage no amount of aggression can replace. Anyone can appear powerful when life is easy. Your power is proven when the room is collapsing, everyone is watching, and you still refuse to surrender command of yourself. Number 4. Move quietly, reveal nothing. Noise attracts attention, but silence protects power. Most men weaken their own plans because they cannot resist announcing them. They speak too early. They explain too much. They reveal what they are building before it becomes strong enough to survive interference. Then they wonder why support disappears, resistance grows, and unexpected obstacles begin appearing. Understand this. Not everyone listening to your plans wants to see them succeed. Some are curious, some are jealous, some are measuring your progress against their own failure. Others simply want enough information to prepare against you. A general does not publish the route of his army. He allows the enemy to discover movement only when it is too late to stop it. You must learn the same discipline. Work without applause. Prepare without witnesses. Let your results speak only after they can no longer be prevented. This does not mean hiding from the world. It means controlling access to your intentions. Say less about what you will do. Spend more time doing it. Stop seeking validation for unfinished work. Praise can make you comfortable before you have earned victory, while criticism can distract you from a path that was already correct. Both can become traps. Keep your mind attached to the mission, not to the reaction of the crowd. When people ask what you are planning, give them only what they need to know. When they underestimate you, do not correct them. Their false confidence may become your advantage. When they misunderstand your silence, let them. You are not required to make yourself readable. Mystery creates distance, and distance makes manipulation harder. The more people know about your fears, ambitions, deadlines, and weaknesses, the easier it becomes to influence your choices. Guard that information. Move with patience. Build privately. Change direction without announcing it. Allow others to believe you are inactive while you are becoming prepared. The strongest move often looks like nothing until the moment it changes everything. Remember, secrecy without action is cowardice, but secrecy combined with discipline is strategy. You do not need everyone to understand your next move. You need your next move to work. So lower your voice. Control your excitement. Protect your plans from unnecessary eyes. Let the world see the outcome, not the construction. By the time they realize what you are doing, your position should already be secure. Number 5. Study people like territory. A general studies the land before he moves across it. He learns where the ground is stable, where the roads narrow, where an ambush could wait, and where retreat would become impossible. You must study people with the same discipline, not to manipulate everyone you meet, but to stop walking blindly into motives you never examined. People reveal themselves constantly. They reveal themselves through what they praise, what they mock, what they avoid, what they envy, and what they become defensive about. Listen beyond their words. Watch where their attention goes. Notice how they treat those who cannot benefit them. Observe whether their promises survive inconvenience. Anyone can appear loyal when loyalty costs nothing. Character becomes visible when self-interest enters the room. Do not judge people by isolated moments. Study patterns. One contradiction may be confusion. Repeated contradiction is information. One broken promise may be weakness. A habit of broken promises is a warning. Stop falling in love with potential while ignoring evidence. The mind becomes vulnerable when it sees what it hopes to see instead of what is actually there. Learn what people want. Some want approval. Some want control. Some want protection. Some want access. Some want to feel superior. Their desire will shape their behavior more reliably than their words. Learn what they fear losing. Reputation, comfort, status, attention, money, influence, or the image they built around themselves. What a person protects most fiercely often reveals where their deepest pressure point exists. But do not rush to use what you discover. Information is most powerful when it remains unseen. If someone does not know you understand them, they will continue revealing more. Let impatient people talk. Let insecure people boast. Let dishonest people over-explain. Silence creates space, and people often fill that space with the truth they intended to hide. Ask simple questions. Watch for complicated answers. Notice when the story changes, when the body stiffens, when the tone becomes rehearsed, and when anger appears where clarity should have been enough. Still, never confuse observation with paranoia. Not every silence is a conspiracy. Not every mistake is betrayal. A disciplined mind gathers evidence before reaching judgment. You are not hunting enemies. You are learning the terrain so you can choose the correct distance, trust the right people, and avoid placing your future in careless hands. Give trust gradually. Test consistency quietly. Never hand someone complete access because they gave you a convincing performance. People should earn deeper access through time, pressure, and repeated action. Watch how they behave when denied, corrected, ignored, or challenged. Comfort hides many flaws, but pressure forces hidden intentions to rise to the surface. The general who understands the terrain avoids unnecessary battles. The man who understands people avoids unnecessary betrayal. Study without hatred. Observe without announcing it. And remember, the person in front of you is always telling you who they are. Your task is to become calm enough to notice. Number 6. Control the tempo of every conflict. The man who controls the tempo controls the conflict. Most people lose because they allow someone else to decide when they must speak, when they must react, when they must defend themselves, and when they must strike. They are dragged into battles on another person's timing, and once that happens, their judgment belongs to the enemy. A general never fights simply because he has been challenged. He chooses the ground, the moment, and the cost. You must learn to do the same. When someone provokes you, do not immediately answer. Make them sit inside the uncertainty they created. When someone pressures you for a decision, ask why they need your speed more than your clarity. When someone becomes aggressive, do not match their energy. Let them burn through it. Anger consumes fuel. Discipline conserves it. The impatient man reveals his plan because he cannot tolerate delay. The controlled man allows silence to extract information. Sometimes your advantage is movement. Sometimes it is stillness. Sometimes the strongest attack is letting another person expose how desperate they are to make you react. Never confuse retreat with defeat. A calculated step backward can create distance, reveal hidden intentions, and force your opponent into a weaker position. Pride demands that you hold every inch. Strategy asks whether that inch is worth protecting. You are not here to win every argument. You are here to protect your future. There will be moments when speaking immediately matters. There will be moments when silence becomes dangerous. Control does not mean always waiting. It means choosing deliberately instead of behaving predictably. If people know you always explode when challenged, they can lead you anywhere. If they know you always avoid confrontation, they can take from you without resistance. Become difficult to program. Respond according to the objective, not according to habit. Ask yourself, what outcome do I want? What action moves me closer to it? What reaction would weaken my position? Then move with precision. Do not chase someone who is retreating merely to pull you into unfamiliar territory. Do not keep fighting after the purpose has been achieved. Do not continue speaking after your point has landed. Excess movement creates openings. Excess words create contradictions. Excess aggression turns strength into recklessness. A general knows when enough is enough. He advances when resistance is weak, waits when information is incomplete, and withdraws when the cost exceeds the reward. This is not cowardice. This is command. Let others mistake patience for weakness. Let them become careless. Let them reveal more. Your calm is not inactivity. It is controlled pressure. Your silence is not surrender. It is the space in which you decide how the conflict will end. When you master timing, you stop being pulled by events. You begin shaping them, and once you control the tempo, even stronger opponents can be forced to move at your pace. They may command more resources, but if they cannot command themselves, their strength will become a weapon you turn against them. Number 7. Never fight without a purpose. Not every challenge deserves your strength. Not every insult deserves your voice. Not every enemy deserves your attention. Weak men enter every battle because their ego cannot tolerate being questioned. Strategic men ask one cold question before they engage. What do I gain by winning this? If the answer is nothing, the conflict is a trap. Your time, energy, reputation, and focus are resources. Spend them carelessly, and even small people can weaken you. Some arguments are designed only to pull you down to a level where your discipline disappears. Some provocations exist because another person needs your reaction to feel important. Deny them that reward. Let foolish people misunderstand you. Let insecure people speak. Let attention seekers perform for an audience. You do not need to defeat everyone who opposes you. Sometimes the greatest display of power is refusing to recognize the battle at all. But do not confuse restraint with fear. When the threat touches your mission, your dignity, your people, or your future, act decisively. Do not hesitate when action is necessary. The point is not to avoid conflict. The point is to make conflict serve a purpose. A general does not waste soldiers proving he is brave. He protects strength for battles that change the war. Learn to measure the cost before you react. Ask whether the outcome will matter in 1 week, 1 year, or 10 years. If it will not, walk away without explanation. Save your force for the decision, opportunity, and confrontation that truly matters. The world will constantly invite you into meaningless wars. Most men accept because they are addicted to proving themselves. You must become powerful enough to leave your ego unfed. Choose your battles with discipline, and your victories will carry weight. Power is preserved by knowing what to ignore. Number 8. Build an inner command system. Discipline becomes dangerous when it no longer depends on motivation. Anyone can act focused when inspired. Anyone can feel powerful after hearing the right words. But a general does not build victory on moods. He builds systems that function even when emotion disappears. Your life must have an inner chain of command. Your mission gives the order. Your habits carry it out. Your feelings are allowed to speak, but they are not allowed to overrule the objective. Decide what matters most, then organize your days around it. Stop giving equal attention to everything. A scattered mind is easy to defeat because it wastes strength on 10 directions and advances in none. Choose your priorities. Protect your mornings. Control what enters your mind. Limit the voices that weaken your resolve. Remove choices that repeatedly lead you away from the man you are trying to become. Self-command is not built through dramatic promises. It is built through small acts of obedience repeated when no one is watching. Wake when you said you would. Finish what you started. Keep the promise you made privately. Delay the pleasure that steals tomorrow's strength. Speak only after your thoughts are organized. Rest without becoming lazy. Work without needing applause. Every time you obey your long-term purpose instead of your temporary impulse, your authority over yourself becomes stronger. Every time you surrender to distraction, excuse, or appetite, you teach your mind that your commands are negotiable. They must not be. Create rules for yourself before chaos arrives. Decide how you will respond to anger before someone provokes you. Decide what you will refuse before temptation appears. Decide what standards you will protect before loneliness pressures you to lower them. Preparation eliminates many weak decisions. You do not rise to the level of your intentions under pressure. You fall to the strength of your conditioning. Train until discipline becomes automatic. Let your schedule reflect your ambition. Let your silence protect your concentration. Let your actions prove that your mind answers to a higher order. The man who commands himself does not need constant supervision, praise, or fear to keep moving. He becomes reliable to his own mission. And once your thoughts, habits, speech, and actions begin moving in the same direction, your life stops feeling chaotic. It becomes an operation. You stop hoping for control. You become the source of it, calm, deliberate, disciplined, and impossible to derail. Number 9. Become the general of your own life. There comes a moment when you must stop living like a soldier waiting for orders and become the general of your own life. No one is coming to organize your mind, protect your focus, discipline your emotions, or rescue you from hesitation. That responsibility is yours. From this moment forward, every thought must pass through command. Every impulse must answer to purpose. Every decision must serve the man you are becoming. You have spent enough time reacting to people who do not deserve control over your state. Enough time explaining yourself to those committed to misunderstanding you. Enough time revealing your plans to those who would rather watch you fail. Now you move differently. You think before you speak. You observe before you trust. You prepare before you announce. You act before you seek approval. The general within you does not panic when the path becomes uncertain. He studies. He adjusts. He waits when waiting creates advantage, and he strikes when hesitation becomes weakness. He does not need to dominate every room. His presence is felt because he dominates himself. Not shouting, not threatening, not performing strength for strangers. Real power is remaining calm when someone wants anger from you. It is walking away when your ego begs for one last word. It is continuing the mission when applause disappears. It is keeping your plans alive in silence until results become impossible to ignore. Machiavellian intelligence begins with understanding people, but mastery begins when you understand yourself. Know what tempts you. Know what wounds you. Know what makes you reckless, needy, distracted, or afraid. Then build systems around those weaknesses until they no longer command you. Your enemy should never know what can shake you because you have confronted it privately. Your past should never control you because you have extracted its lesson and removed its authority. Your emotions should never become your master because you have trained them to become information. From now on, do not ask whether life will test you. It will. Ask whether the version of you entering the test is prepared. Build that version. Sharpen your mind. Strengthen your silence. Guard your energy. Control your reactions. Choose your battles. Finish what you begin. Let people doubt you. Let them underestimate you. Let them believe your quietness means weakness. The general does not interrupt the enemy when the enemy is making a mistake. He watches. He waits. Then he moves once, precisely. Become that man. Not cold because you feel nothing, but controlled because nothing owns you. Not silent because you are afraid, but quiet because your plans are louder than your words. Not ruthless toward others, but ruthless toward every weakness trying to sabotage your future. If you are ready to take command of your mind, comment, "My mind obeys my mission." Let that be your declaration. If this message awakened something in you, like this video, subscribe to Decoding Minds and turn on notifications. The next lesson may change how you see power forever.